What's up, everybody? It's your boy JB, and I am here tonight with the review for Games People Play Season 1, Episode number 3, and it's titled The Drink of Kings. So, without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, you guys, so since this show kind of jumps around from person to person, scene to scene so much, I am just going to do like I do with my How to Get Away with Murder reviews and my I think my Power reviews. So I'm just gonna do put the scenes that that mesh together, like Vanessa and Marcus and stuff like that. That's how we gonna do this, just going forward. It's just gonna put the scenes together that kind of go in order with one another, where they make the most sense. So without further ado, we're just gonna start with the review. Sorry, I keep saying that, but we're gonna go ahead and start with it now. I just wanted to put that little blurb out there about how we're gonna go forward with the video. All right, so the episode, it opens, we see Vanessa and Marcus, and Vanessa is talking to somebody. We don't necessarily right away see who Vanessa is talking to, but then we see her talking to a guy. So it's either we can assume that maybe he's a therapist, psychiatrist, or something like that. Someone they're seeing to help them with their marriage. So Vanessa's just talking about how, it's hard for her to smile because, she smiles at her daughter. She goes to the school and smiles. She goes to the games and smiles. She does this. She smiles everywhere, but it's just really hard for, I guess what she's trying to say is she does put on a smile, but the smile that she's putting on is fake. And we all know why the smile on her face is fake, because of the shit that Marcus is putting her through. So then, Vanessa is talking about, what Marcus did. How he was out there sleeping around with Layla, who is a thirsty chick who's posting, naked pictures of him on social media because she wants to be famous. And, she's talking about how she wants to be with Marcus, but she doesn't feel that Marcus wants to be with her. And Marcus is like, that's not true. I want to be with you. I'm like, well, if you want to be with her, you have a really fucked up way of showing that you want to be with her, because you slept with Kalinda Walters and you slept with Layla. So that's off bat. 2 chicks we know that you slept with. We don't know how many other chicks you slept with, before Kalinda or between Kalinda and, Layla. So, yeah, that's just 2 chicks that we know of right off the rip. So Marcus, like I said, Marcus says he loves her and he wants them to win. I'm like, okay, Marcus, well, you have to figure out how to keep your dick inside your motherfucking pants. All right, so then we have a scene where Bishop is telling Marcus to fight and rebuild his relationship with Vanessa. It's like, see, told you. And then Bishop is like, but also on the same token, you have to give something too. What you have to do is you have to be able to sit down and listen to him and be able to forgive him. I don't know if I'll be able to forgive the nigga for the shit that he's done, but I guess if you're going to make it a conscious effort to stay in a marriage with him, even though he's cheated on you or whatnot, I guess you would have to make that conscious effort to be like, you know what, I'm gonna let things go. I'm gonna try to figure it out. I have to listen to my husband, and I have to understand. Nope, no. I'm not even gonna say that. Understand why he did what he did. Never. I just have to, mentally put in my head that okay, he did it. If we're going to stay with him, you got to figure out how to let that shit go. You don't forget it, but let that shit go. Don't hold that shit against him. Don't, every time you get mad at him, be like, oh, well, what about the time you slept with that bitch, this and this and that. So I definitely get where the Bishop was coming from with that, when she has to be able to listen to him and forgive him. But then at the same time, Vanessa's like, but, when I talk to him, it's like I have to go digging like Inspector Gadget to find out, and then when I do bring stuff up to him, he gets quiet. So, what am I supposed to do? I'm basically being a detective in my own home, which that's not right either. That, when she does ask him shit, he does shut down. And like, what the fuck? Like, be open and be honest with your woman, but you're afraid of her beating your ass. That might be what it is. So then we see a scene, we see Marcus, and Marcus talking about how he's under so much pressure. And I'm like, boo-hoo, cry me a fucking river, Marcus. Like, are you serious? You under a lot of pressure. I get it. Yeah, whatever. So he's talking about, his marriage is in a shitstorm right now. The team, he got so much pressure on him with the team. I'm like, okay, I get that. But that's still, and then, you know, he's talking about his friends, how they want so much from him. I'm like, okay, again, I get what you're saying. But what you're saying is not, you know, necessarily making it sound like, I mean, you're still trying to make, I think you're trying to make excuses for why you cheated on her, or why you don't tell her stuff, or why you shut down on her. That's not good, my dude. Like, but he says that he'll do better. I'm like, we'll see in due time if you do change. Whatever. All right, so next we got Layla. So Layla is at a video shoot. And, you know, at the video shoot, she's trying to teach this girl how to twerk. And she's like, you know, move your butt. I'm like, what butt? You mean her back? Like, that's all she has. But the girl, she's becoming friendly with Layla. Her name is Susie Q. Or when she's in a sticky situation, she goes by Natasha. So, you know, they both realize that they got somebody in common. And that's that pimp, Roxanne. So, you know, then we see Layla and Natasha, Natasha, Susie, whichever one you want to call her. They're heading somewhere that Roxanne is sending them, and she's sending them to Lake Tahoe. Don't know where that is, never heard of it. So then they get to this weird, freaky looking party, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So, you know, Susie and Layla, they having a good time. They just, you know, I don't know what they're supposed to be. Are they supposed to be eye candy? Or are they supposed to be, you know, bottle service girls? Or are they just supposed to be there as atmosphere? Like, I was hella confused about what their role was at the party. But they just, you know, dancing. And then, like I said, this one Nigerian guy, I think he was Nigerian, he was just eyeing Layla up and down. And Layla like, why is he looking? But at first it looked like she was kind of trying to, you know, flirt with him with her eyes. And I'm like, Layla, you gonna make yourself look a little bit too available. Like, you might want to calm that ass down. If you don't want to sleep with them, I wouldn't make no kind of eye contact. I'd be like, I won't even look at him. I'd be like, look at the wall, 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 look at the paintings, look at the paintings. I ain't looking at you, nigga. No. Oh, look at the wall. Look at the wall. That wall is blue. That wall. That wall. That wall. That wall. Like, that's what I would be doing. I would not make eye contact with that dude at all. At all. Because he gonna get the wrong impression, which we'll get into that in just a few minutes. So, Layla and Susie, you know, they sit at the party. And at this point, the sun has gone down. I'm like, wait a minute, how the fuck long have they been there? And Layla was like, girl, how long are we supposed to be here? And Susie was like, 6 hours. She said, we only got 45 minutes left. I said, what? And again, what the fuck are they supposed to be doing at this party for 6 hours? Again, are they bottle girls, call girls? What kind, you know, what are they? Ambience? You know, what are they? Atmosphere? What the hell are they doing there for 6 hours? What are y'all getting paid? How much are y'all getting paid just to be there at the party? Like, Roxanne is a pimp. If they have not realized that Roxanne is a fucking pimp. Like, really? Okay, so then the guy that had been eyeing Layla for the longest time, I guess this one guy was his assistant or something. I don't know. Because he goes up to Layla and he's trying to get Layla to come over there with him to his boss. Like, oh, no. I am not a prostitute. He said, really? That's not what your boss told us. I said, ha, there you go. Roxanne is pimping you girls out, and y'all don't see that shit? Like, okay. But we see when the dude's boss telling him to go somewhere, go behind the bar, we see them pull out a bag, and the bag was full of nothing but money. I said, yeah, what kind of party is this that they at? Hell to the no. No. So when Layla told the dude, no, I'm not a prostitute, he gonna tell his boss. His boss didn't look too happy about that one. So then all the dudes just walk by them and they just giving them the evil eye. I'm like, well, damn. Y'all might want to leave that motherfucker, because either they gonna rape y'all or kill y'all. I don't mean to be cynical, but that was the vibe I was getting with the way them men were looking at them, like they are gonna hurt the fuck out of y'all little asses. So then we still see that Susie and Layla are still at this goddamn party, and everybody now look like they snuck the fuck out. I'm like, okay, so are we into the early morning hours at this point? Like when y'all went there, it was daylight. Now, then the sun went down, and now I'm assuming that it's after midnight or something. Like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? What the fuck? And they still haven't gotten paid. And Layla is starting to look around, trying to see stuff that she can steal. She didn't really find anything, but then she saw some champagne. I guess she saw the bottle of champagne. Then she called room service. She ordered the most expensive champagne to go. I'm like, okay, girl, you putting yourself in harm's motherfucking way. Like, I don't think that was smart. And then actually, let me go back just a little bit. So when Layla and Susie were getting ready to go to Lake Tahoe, they got into a car that Roxanne had sent them to get in. And in the car, they own IG, with the I guess I was with e-cigarettes and taking photos. I'm like, why do everybody feel the need to post everything on social media? Where you going? Who you with? I don't post on social media that much anymore. Actually, I don't use social media, period. Only time I use social media is for my YouTube stuff, like on Twitter. But as far as Instagram, I hardly use Instagram. I hardly use my Snapchat. I do use it from time to time, but I don't tag myself where I'm at. I've learned a lesson by not doing that. Like, I don't need everybody to know where I'm at, because I don't want nobody to show up where I'm at, trying to start something or whatever. So I don't tag myself with where I'm going and where I'm at. I've learned I don't do that shit anymore. Again, I don't know why people do it, but it just ain't for me. So then we see Layla and Susie, they dip out with all the fucking champagne. And then we see them, they drive somewhere, and I'm like, where the hell are they? And they asked this man for some tamales and ice. I'm like, interesting, but okay. So then we see that Roxanne is calling Susie, and Layla's like, girl, ignore the fuck out of her. Like, we can sell the champagne, we can make our money from it, and we can also give her a cut from it. I'm like, yeah. I don't necessarily know if you want to do that shit, but okay. Because them men look kind of creepy and look like they would kill them. They will just take a machete and just chop your motherfucking hands off. But what, if you want to play this game, little girl, you play that game. You're going to get your ass beat up or killed, but go for it, Layla. Go for it. So then, once again, Layla does what? She gets her dumb ass on social media and she's posting it. I'm like, really? You are broadcasting this on live IG live, and coincidentally, the Nigerian men are watching her. I'm like, and they're like, oh, so that's her, Layla. That's her. Okay, we know who she is. I'm like, you dumbass. You dumb. So then we see Layla. She's back at her crib, and she texts Marcus, and she's like, do you like champagne? He was like, I'm married. I love my wife. She's like, nigga, I don't want you. I'm just trying to sell a champagne. Like, do you want this or not? He's like, okay, but after this, I'm done with you. So then, once again, Layla gets her ass right back on live. And I'm like, you're at home. So, you at home, you little dummy. And you showing the background of where you live. Like, so if someone knows, if there's a specific building behind you that anybody can be like, okay, type in, where is, let me think of a building. Where is Sears Towers? Or something like that. Sears Towers. Where is, I'm going to say something, for instance, in Dallas. The Galleria Mall. The Parks Mall. Shops of Willow Bend. North Park Mall. AT&T Stadium. Ranger Stadium. Stuff like that. If they want to Google where that shit is, they can pretty much pinpoint your location and find you. And in her comments section were the Nigerian men letting her know they know who she is, and she has something that does not belong to her. And I'm like, you little dumb fool. You just put yourself in harm's way. Playing a game, but you're gonna get caught up. Good when games people play. Playing a game. I like how I played that. But Layla gonna get herself fucked up. She might end up, I'm hoping she doesn't, but I feel like she might end up dead like Kalinda is. Okay, so then we see Mia and MJ. They in her office, and Mia is like stressed the fuck out, thinking like, oh shit, Chris gonna come in here. She gonna find my black ass because I fucked up. I told Vanessa about the fucking story, And then Vanessa fucked me over and went and, made a fake story with someone else. And, MJ's like, girl, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, you did fuck yourself over by telling your girl your story. So, then, Chris comes into the office. She's like, so you and, Vanessa, you guys are sorority sisters. She says, yes. Were you guys on the same line together? She says, yes. She said, oh, okay. She says, you know what, girl? I think she's the same, whatever chapter they're a part of. I think she might be a part of it too. She's like, you know what? I'm a sorority sister as well. So I'm gonna let it go this time. But if it happens again, make sure you pick the winning team hole. Get with the winning team hole. Shout out to Jocelyn for that one. Get with the winning team hole. But so Vanessa lives to fight another day with her job. And so then we see, not Vanessa, but Mia. So then we see Mia, she's at home, she's on FaceTime with Eric. And, she's telling Eric about everything that happened, how she thought she was going to lose her job, but she didn't lose her job. And he was like, well, baby, if you ever did lose your job and things didn't work out there in LA, you can always come back home to me. She's like, oh, so you didn't think things that would work out with me out here? Is that what you're saying to me? He's like, no, baby, that ain't what I'm saying. No. So you know what, Eric, I'm good. I'm going to talk to you later because you kind of pissed me the fuck off that you didn't have any faith in me coming out here and doing this. So on that note, we're done for the night. Click. I'm like, well, goddamn. You about as bad as Vanessa with the clicks. With the clickety clack of the phone. Okay, so we're going to put these two scenes together because they kind of were out of place and we never even saw anything else from them again. So we had this scene with the police at the police station and they're still going over Kalinda Walter's case. And I guess they're still waiting for the autopsy report to come back to see how Kalinda died. One of them feel like it's going to be blunt force trauma to the head. And, because like I said, they're just still trying to figure out how she died. And again, with this scene, it was just one scene in the episode where we talked about Kalinda's death with the police and nothing else from it. And, they still have the phone records of Marcus calling Kalinda. And I'm like, and I'm still stuck on this with Marcus calling Kalinda. Why the fuck did you call her from your number? Like, why didn't you get a burner phone? I mean, I think there's still payphones out there in this world. I think there's still payphones. Like, why come you find a burner phone, a payphone, a go phone, a track phone, whatever kind of phone you can find that does not have your, and I'm still stuck on this phone record. So on the phone records, it has Marcus King listed on there. You know what though? Well, no, because even with the home phones, even with the landline phones, on the caller ID, it shows your name. But when you call somebody on from a landline on their cell phone, when you get your bill at the end of the month, it just shows the phone number. But they can, I guess what they probably did was got the records, traced the phone calls, and then whose name is listed on it is Marcus King. So I guess that's probably why it says Marcus King. But how fucking dumb are you to do that shit? And then we saw this scene where Desiree is from the team. She's meeting with Marcus and she's meeting with Vanessa. So she's telling Marcus and Vanessa that they need to be on the same page with one another. And when she says be on the same page with one another, she's talking about this Kalinda Walters thing. So I don't know what they could be on the same page about. Vanessa didn't really know much about her. And Marcus was the one that slept with him. And, he said he didn't have an affair with her, but then she asked him, well, did you sleep with her one time? He said no. 2 times he says no. Well, nigga, you slept with her more than once, so that would be considered what? An affair. Like, damn. So Marcus is so fucking stupid. He's so stupid. But, Vanessa's like, wait a minute, Desiree, so whose interest do you have whose best interest do you have at heart? Do you have our interest at heart or do you have the team's? Well, she's like, the team's first and then you guys. Basically, it's just the teams, and it's fuck y'all. If I got to make sure the league is good, and after that, if y'all get fucked over, oh well, whatever. But again, you guys need to stay on the same page with one another. All right, so then we got this scene with Marcus and Kareem. So they are talking about the whole shit that happened last week with Jamal. How Jamal had had the waiter beat his ass up to make it appear that some gang members had beat him up, But the nigga still had that $40,000 watch on. Like, nigga, if you gonna make it look believable, take off the watch. That costs a lot of money. Because if somebody's gonna beat you up over money, you got $40,000 on you. Now, granted, if they take it, they can't really go pawn it. They can't do anything with it, technically, without, giving a good reason how they got $40,000 in a watch. But that's neither here nor there. So, Kareem is telling Marcus about this new target that what's his name, Jamal has, in a kid by the name of Lewis, I think he said. And Marcus is like, you know what, I really don't care about it. I feel bad for the kid, but I really don't care. The only person whose back I got is the people who have my back, and you have my back, so I got your back. And I'm like, oh, okay, if you say so, Marcus. So then we see Kareem. He goes and visits his mom, and he's giving his mama some money. And I'm like, where did he come into this money from? I was thoroughly confused about that. Maybe Marcus gave him some money. I don't know. Maybe Jamal gave him some money. Don't know where homeboy got the money from. And then she's telling him about this girl that has been looking for him, and I forgot what the girl's name was. So then he's asking his mom about Lewis, and he's talking about how he wants to talk to him. And she says, you know what? I know somebody who has his number, and I'll get his number for him. They say he has promising potential just like you did. And, he's like, that's why he wants to meet with him. She says, oh, you want to Jamal him? He's like, nope, that's not what I want to do, mama. I don't want to Jamal him. So then we see a scene where Kareem is with the kid Jamal, and, they on the hoop, on the court. They, they shooting, hooping, and whatnot. And Jamal comes up, parks up in his raggedy, hoopty ass car. And, Kareem is like, when he comes up there, he's like, because Jamal like, get away from him. Like, nah, that's mine. And he was like, wait a minute, I ain't either one of y'all. I was like, what the fuck y'all tripping out for? And then Kareem, warns him like, yo, man, this ain't this. You don't want to fuck around with this cat like I fucked around with him, got screwed over. This ain't what you want. So then the girl that was looking for Kareem, she comes up, and Jamal's like, you need to yoke up your bitch over here, yoke your bitch up, because I don't know who the fuck she talking to. Check your hoe. That's not what I'm saying. That's the general idea of what he was that's kind of what he was hinting at, like, get your bitch, like, because he did say yoke her up. He really did say yoke her up. I'm like, well, damn, what kind of shit is this? But obviously homegirl's like, nah, he ain't gotta do shit, I got this. But then they both warn Lewis against Jamal, and Jamal is like, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. Jamal ain't nothing but a broke ass con that see potential in kids that might be thriving in, the world of basketball or whatever sport they might be good at. And this nigga just want to take advantage of them to get money off of them because he might see that they have potential to go to the league and make a quick buck off of them by scamming the fuck out of them. Like, what the fuck? So then we see Kareem and old girl. He like, you got a ride home? She's like, my car. He's like, girl, let me give you a ride. Let me give you a ride home. I'm like, nigga, I know what he means by let me give you a ride. Let me give you a ride means let me give you a ride on this dick. And that's exactly what she was doing, riding him in the backseat of the car. And I'm like, this scene is technically really not convincing at all. None of the sex scenes in this show, besides the one where Marcus was fucking Layla, even though that one wasn't really convincing. I'm like, first of all, y'all in the car. Why the fuck ain't I know this is a show, but why can't we make it look a little bit more realistic? Like, there's no sweat coming out their body, no windows fogged up. But we're gonna move on. All right, and then we got the last few scenes of my review, not of the episode. But we see Vanessa and Mia, they hanging out with each other, they catching up with each other. And, Vanessa and Mia both thought that the other one was mad at each other. And they were like, nah, we good, They do kind of apologize to each other. They both were wrong. And, Mia's like, girl, I wouldn't let a bitch or a story just come in between our friendship. But like I said, they good. So then they start talking about the Kalinda Walters thing and how people think that, Vanessa's the one that did it. She's like, girl, did you do it? And also, Kareem asked Marcus the same thing. Did she do it? girl, no, I didn't do this shit. Like, no. She said, but I did fight her because I called her fucking Marcus and I beat the shit out of her. You beat the shit out of her and Marcus. So then Vanessa asked Mia to reach out to her ex Terrence for some help. And so then we see Mia. Mia is meeting up with Terrence. And, he's like, he's trying to catch up with Vanessa. Not Vanessa. He was catching up with Mia to see how things are going with Mia's life. And I'm like, why are we doing this idle chit chat? And it's kind of awkward idle chit chat at that. So, he asked her like, okay, so what's up? Why are we meeting? She was like, I need some help. He's like, what, you got some parking tickets or something? Like, she's like, no, this is for my girl, Vanessa. You know Vanessa, right? He was like, she's like, my sorority sister, the one that's married to Marcus King. He's like, yeah, the one that plays for the Vipers. He's like, I'm a big fan. So yeah, I know. She says, okay, well, this is for her and she needs some help. So he says, you know what? Since I got you, I got her. So then we see Mia. She's still with her ex, and she gets a call from Eric, and she's like, you know what? I have to leave. I got to get ready for, I got to work in the morning. He's like, ain't you the boss? Like, you can go in whenever you want to go in. So she says, okay, I'll stay for another round or two. So she stays for another round or two. I'm like, ooh, this ain't gonna go well for you, Eric, buddy. Like, she gonna get some dick from Terrence. But you guys, that was the episode. Like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys later.